Okay, I'm Rania Salfiti. I work at Umniah as head of corporate communications and marketing communications. Umniah is a leading company in telecom in Jordan. We are the third mobile operator in Jordan, and we have a penetration rate of 32% currently in Jordan. Okay, I believe that Jordan is still in the discovery phase. We're still not yet there as of international standards. We still have a long way to go. I feel that the structure of the online advertising agencies is not yet very well structured in Jordan, or maybe in the region. And I feel there's a big gap between the client and the agencies. So I believe that we still need a bit of time, and I believe that we still need a bit of more interactivity between the agency and the client directly. As I mentioned before, I believe the way that advertising scene is going currently in Jordan, people are still afraid to fully utilize their digital media budget and fully to dedicate it for the online, even though the international trends, they're more now dedicating more of 50% of their budgets towards online advertising. But people in Jordan are still more dependent on print media. So it will require some customer education. It will require us some time for people to be online more and more, especially that the penetration rate of Jordan in terms of online and connectivity is very low compared to other international markets and the region. Well, as I mentioned before, time is money. So any social media expert who's sitting in any corporate company, they're definitely spending a lot of time on social media. So this is also calculated as part of expenditure on social media. Also, like building any certain social media platform requires a bit of time. So, the gap between the startup and then reaching to a certain point is also time consuming. So definitely it's not free, and there is a bit of money involved in it, but it requires nowadays, I believe that companies should spend more and more on social media. There's a big debate about that, especially in big corporate organizations where they have the customer care and the marketing department. The marketing department, they always want to own the social media part of the corporate, and the customer care also, they believe that it's their role as customer care. However, I believe that both departments need to work together to make it happen, because at the end of the day, the strategy and the positioning of the social media should come from the marketing. However, the customer care, they need to fulfill the requests and the inquiries about the customer care. So definitely it's a combination of both, but the tough part is having both departments working together. Well, I believe there are two ways to evaluate or measure the social media. One is the exposure. It's the number of fans, but it's not the number one priority for any company. Yes, you can gather a lot of fans, but the most important part is the interactivity between you and the customer, and the number of questions asked, or the number of feedbacks, or the number of retweeted points. This is when you can measure it properly. We should definitely not ignore the social media part. It's moving really, really fast, and we need to be there. We need to listen to our customers. We can't just sit there and turn our backs as if they don't exist, because now social media platform is the number one tool for customer feedback. So definitely as brand manager, we need to be there. We need to listen to our customers, and we need to serve them properly on that channel.